Hello everybody, I wanted to take a few minutes and give you a tour of the different assignments in Introduction to Public Education. As you can see on my screen, we're on the home page, and periodically I will add messages or information or updates or just tips and tricks for course assignments. Right now it's kind of like the welcome area for the start of the class. I wanted to explain how our course is kind of unique, where we have like two parts. There's traditional course materials, like what you would expect in a typical class, taking some notes or looking at notes, watching videos, discussing things, maybe some papers to write. But the other part of this course that makes it quite unique is the observation component. And I'm not sure if you're totally familiar or aware of this, but something that you will do during this semester is you will actually visit local public schools. So anything preschool or kindergarten all the way up through high school, you pick. And you will observe students and teachers in classrooms and the entire environment. We do this in preparation of you one day having your own classroom or working in a school. We know that watching and learning from others is such a powerful tool. So most students report that this is the favorite or one of the favorite aspects of this class, so I know you will feel the same once you kind of get going. So on this screen also we have the syllabus and then my updated office hours. So when I actually made this syllabus, I had some different office hours listed. I went ahead and updated them here to make it a little easier for you to take a look at. The biggest change is that I'm actually going to be here on Thursdays, and originally on this syllabus it's going to say that I'm not here, so really it's just a bonus day that I'm going to be available if you need to meet with me. I'm not usually on campus on Fridays, so just keep that in mind. But if something comes up and you need to talk to me or need to see me and Fridays work best for you, send me an email and I will try to make it work. We'll schedule something that works for both of us. Um, I try to keep my classes very simple. I know some of your instructors might have more tabs over here, but I just find that it's easier to have less navigation features. So we have announcements, we have your grades, of course, that you can check at any time. The people are the list of the individuals in our class, and I just wanted to let you know that this is kind of a unique class. This semester I'm doing something where I'm allowing students to enroll late. We kind of have low numbers in this class, so I'm encouraging late sign up. So you might see the list of people change over the next week or so, fingers crossed. But for the assignments, we're going to look at modules. So modules list everything that we're going to do in this class. And in the next couple days, I'm going to start adding dates to the assignments, and so you'll be able to see when things are due, but I'm going to go ahead and explain everything. Starts off with a little Canvas orientation in case you're new to online learning, and then also there's a little pre-assessment activity. It's worth a point if you just help me out and answer the question. Do not worry about getting this answer correct. Pre-assessments are done to measure learning. So if you totally don't have a clue how to answer this question under the pre-assessment, that's okay with me. You're still going to get a point. So just be honest. Don't try to Google something and sound smart or whatever. If you don't know it, just be honest and say, listen, I have no clue what this is, but maybe I'll figure it out eventually. That'd be super. You're still going to get a point. Um, the overview is here, and then also I explain some of the assignments that we work on, like the journals, just a course overview of the different assignments, and some questions that usually come up with students. Then we of course have the observation experience. This explains what I just mentioned a few minutes ago in very big detail. So you probably will have some questions, but hopefully some of these items will help you kind of understand. Now, something that you will take with you to the schools when you observe and once we get this set up is that you'll have a little booklet with you. Now, you can print it, the link's right here, but I also have spiral booklets that if you'd rather have a spiral booklet, you can let me know and I can leave one for you in a message center so you can come pick it up if you're on campus, or I can mail it to you. So give me your address and I will mail it to you or to your house or wherever you want it to go. The way that this works is you will actually fill out a background check request form. If you've taken another class with me that requires observation hours, you don't need to fill out another form. If you do, it's not a big deal. You've already paid for this, and so I will process the background check. Everything will come back fine, and then we'll go ahead and start the observation sign-up process. For local schools in Kankakee and Iroquois counties, I will send an email to those principals and superintendents and asking their permission to let you observe. If you're interested in observing outside of those two counties, I'm going to ask for your help. Most of the time when students ask for that, it's because they have a sibling or a family member or a friend that teaches and they feel comfortable going to their school. That's fine, but I'm going to ask that you help me kind of make that connection. It's always a good idea to let the people know you're going to be there. It's a very professional move, so we want to make sure we stay on the right track. Once you're there observing, you're going to write notes. You're going to take notes on what you see and what you hear. This is all explained in this module as well. And then eventually you will submit the materials, the booklet with the signatures, as well as a paper that explains what you did see and hear, kind of just, connecting topics from our class with what you saw in the real world, in the real classroom. So, speaking of that, in this class, we're going to do things like reading a book called Teach Like Your Hair's on Fire. It's an awesome book that goes through a lot of unique teaching strategies that maybe one day you could use with students. You're going to read the book. We have some questions that you can answer, and then also you're going to write a paper. It's not a huge paper, but it's just a chance for you to reflect on what you learned, pick out a few of the strategies that you think will work best, and then kind of explain them to me. Also, we have modules. So here's Module 1, an overview of Introduction to Teacher Education. We've got some videos to watch, discussions, etc. We're going to have a module on becoming a licensed teacher, because that's very important to understand what are the steps in order to be official in Illinois. Module 3 is about special education. So basics, this is a survey course, so it won't go into too much great detail. You can take the exceptional learner if that's what you would like to do next, but this one kind of gets you started in the right direction. Module 4, learning styles and MI theory. So when we have students in the class, how do we get the best out of our students? Well, understanding how they learn is a really good first step. So we're going to take a look at the different learning styles and multiple intelligences theory. Then we're going to look at diversity and multiculturalism, because when you look out into your classroom, you'll probably see students of different ethnicities, different religions, different socioeconomic classes, and it's very important to understand how to help all the students in your room, not just those that are like you or not just those that have a similar background, but every single student. Then we move on to classroom management. Classroom management is how do you manage the physical space of the classroom, as well as how do you manage the personalities and the behaviors of the classroom. So it's kind of a big topic, actually. Most people just think of rules, and that's certainly an element of it, but there's so much more to classroom management beyond just punishments and rules and rewards. So we're going to take a look at that. Then we're going to look at lesson planning. You're going to learn about standards, Illinois learning standards, as well as Common Core standards. You're going to look at different assessment types, and you're actually going to write a lesson plan. So after experiencing all these activities, I'm fairly confident you will write an excellent lesson plan. You do have an option of not only writing the lesson plan, but also creating a video of you teaching it. You could even come on campus if you're interested in teach it. And there's some bonus points if you actually teach the lesson or going beyond just writing it. One of the last modules is about school law. We're going to take a look at the Illinois school law book that you will purchase for this class. We have some activities related to it, and then also we're going to take a look at the job outlook in Illinois for teachers, as well as compensation. So what can you expect to earn? So we have 9 modules to explore this semester, as well as the observation component and Teach Like Your Hair's on Fire. One of the things I'd like to do in this class is, if you have completed all 9 modules, as well as the observation component, and you're doing awesome, if you have an overall composite of 94.5 or above, you are actually exempt from the final exam. So that's something to work towards. I'd rather see excellence in all the modules and all the assignments that you're going to work on, as well as the observation component, which does take a bit of time. I would rather see that and reward you with a little break at the end of the semester. So if you have any questions about the course or any of the assignments at any time, feel free to let me know. I am happy to help. Again, to learn when my office hours are, just check out this main page and send me an email if these hours and days do not work for you. Again, I wish you the best, and let me know if you have any questions.